Santa Claus's reindeer form an imaginary team of flying reindeer traditionally held to pull the sleigh of Santa Claus and help him deliver Christmas gifts. The commonly cited names of the reindeer are Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, and Blitzen. They are based on those used in the 1823 poem A Visit from St. Nicholas, which is arguably the basis of reindeer's popularity. The enduring popularity of the Christmas song Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer has led to Rudolph often joining the list. List of reindeer. In traditional lore, Santa Claus's sleigh is led by 8 reindeer: Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Dunder, and Blitzen, with Rudolph being a 20th-century inclusion. The names of Dunder and Blitzen derive from Germanic words for thunder and lightning, respectively. Origins. 8 reindeer equals. The 1823 poem by Clement C. Moore A Visit from St. Nicholas is largely credited for the contemporary Christmas lore that includes the 8 flying reindeer and their names. The relevant segment of the poem reads, "When, what to my wondering eyes should appear, but a miniature sleigh, and 8 tiny reindeer, with a little old driver, so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled, and shouted, and called at them by name, now, Dasher. Now, Dancer. Now, Prancer, and Vixen. On, Comet. On, Cupid. On, Dunder and Blitzen. To the top of the porch. To the top of the wall. Now dash away. Dash away. Dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, in an American Anthology, 1787 Euro 1900, Edmund Clarence Stedman reprints the 1844 Clement Clarke Moore version of the poem, including the German spelling of Donder and Blitzen, rather than the original 1823 version using the Dutch spelling, Dunder and Bliksem. Both phrases translate as thunder and lightning in English, though German for thunder is now spelled Dunder, and the Dutch words would nowadays be spelled Donder and Bliksem. Rudolph equals. Rudolph's Story was originally written in verse by Robert L. May for the Montgomery Ward chain of department stores in 1939, and published as a book to be given to children in the store at Christmas time. According to this story, Rudolph's glowing red nose made him a social outcast among the other reindeer. However, Santa Claus' worldwide flight one year was imperiled by severe fog, but upon going to Rudolph's house to deliver his presents, Santa observed his glowing red nose in the darkened bedroom and decided to use Rudolph as a makeshift lamp to guide his sleigh. Rudolph accepted Santa's request to lead the sleigh for the rest of the night, and he returned home a hero for having helped Santa Claus. Rudolph's Story is a popular Christmas story that has been retold in numerous forms, most notably a popular song, a television special, which departed significantly from Robert L. May's original story, in having Rudolph being Dunder's son and living amongst Santa Claus reindeer from birth, and a feature film. In 1998, another film called Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the movie was released with Rudolph's father as Blitzen. Portrayals. Although little information regarding the reindeer is disclosed in The Night Before Christmas, this has only allowed others to contribute to the backgrounds and folklore regarding them in other works. There is very little continuity between the various authors of reindeer-related works, resulting in widely varying depictions from author to author. This is further compounded by copyright, which makes crossovers between different authors' works more difficult. Some have even created extra reindeer, but the only case so far in which another's addition to the traditional group achieved general acceptance in common parlance was in the case of Robert L. May's creation of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Since the original poem, other books, movies, and music have contributed to the Christmas reindeer lore. The 1994 version of the film Miracle on 34th Street, for example, asserts that reindeer can only fly on Christmas Eve. Similarly, the famous 1964 Rankin-Bass stop-motion special on Rudolph asserts that Rudolph is the son of Dunder. In Prancer, a 1989 family film starring Sam Elliott, Cloris Leachman and Rebecca Harrell, directed by John D. Hancock, an apparently wild reindeer is hurt in a traffic accident, and nursed by a young girl who believes him to be Prancer. The end of the film suggests that the reindeer may be the Prancer. Additional reindeer, several literature, television, film and music pieces have made references to other reindeer. In many cases, these are explicitly related to other reindeer already in the fleet. However, these portrayals are usually never deemed as official and are constantly being rewritten and altered. The only case in which an addition to the team devised by another was in the case of the famous Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer by Robert L. May, gaining an iconic and traditional status. In comics the comic strip Over the Hedge, added a character named Ralph, the infrared-nosed reindeer, who is Rudolph's brother and has a nose that emits infrared heat. In film the feature film, Rudolph and Frosty's Christmas in July, features an antagonist reindeer named Scratcher. The feature film, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the movie, introduces Mitzi as Rudolph's mother and Blitzen's wife. It also features two other reindeer Rudolph's love interests Zoe and his cousin and rival Arrow. Chet is a young reindeer in training who is introduced in the 2002 feature film, The Santa Claus 2. In the film Blizzard, the title character is Blitzen's daughter. The film also includes Delphi, Blitzen's mate and Blizzard's mother. In the 2011 film Arthur Christmas, Arthur along with his grandfather Grand Santa use a team of reindeer who are the great-great-grandchildren of the original 8, to pull Grand Santa's old sleigh. Grand Santa is also shown to own a nameless elderly reindeer, but it is never said if he is one of the original reindeer or not. In literature L. Frank Baum's story The Life and Adventures of Santa Claus includes a list of 10 reindeer, none of which match the names of the versions found in A Visit from St. Nicholas. Flossie and Glossie are Santa's principal reindeer in Baum's story. Claus gathers 8 more reindeer, named in rhyming pairs, Racer and Pacer, Fearless and Peerless, Ready and Steady, Feckless and Speckless. In music in the song It Dar Cubed NDES to Santa Claus. Recorded by Augie Rios, 2 other reindeer are named in the verse that goes, I hope he won't forget to crack his castanet, and to his reindeer say, on Pancho, on Vixen, on Pedro, on Blitzen, ole, ole, ole. Joe Diffie's album Mr. Christmas features the song Leroy the Redneck Reindeer. Bob Dylan's 2009 version of Must Be Santa has a line at the end of the song which replaces the reindeer with former presidents of the United States, Eisenhower, Kennedy, Johnson, Nixon, Carter, Reagan, Bush and Clinton. In television the Rudolph special features Fireball as one of several reindeer trying out for the sleigh team. Fireball is the son of Blitzen. Another reindeer is said to be the son of Dasher and struggles at flying, along with 2 other reindeer fawns of the same age. A young fawn named Clarice is also featured and eventually becomes Rudolph's love interest. Dunno is portrayed as Rudolph's father. In the animated television special Dr. Seuss How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the Grinch disguises his dog Max as a reindeer. Lightning, from the Sesame Street Christmas special, Elmo Saves Christmas 1996, is a reindeer in training. In the TV special Robbie the Reindeer, the eponymous Robbie is ostensibly assumed to be the son of Rudolph. His special feature is his nose, which has supernatural powers that allow him to jump and fly farther and faster than most reindeer. The South Park Christmas special Red Sleigh Down, Santa's sleigh is shot down over Iraq, killing the 8 famous reindeer. The protagonists go to rescue him with Santa's backup team, Steven, Fluffy, Horace, Chantal, Skippy, Rainbow, Patches and Montel. In the TV special Holidays, The Christmas That Almost Didn't Happen, Rusty is said to be Rudolph's brother. Unlike the other reindeer, Rusty is flightless, so instead assists Santa and the other reindeer from air traffic control. The TV series, My Friends Tigger and Pooh, introduced a special Super Sleuth Christmas movie that included Vixen's daughter Holly. The television special, The Flight Before Christmas, features Nico, a wild reindeer whose mother claims he was fathered by one of Santa's team. After a falling out with his herd, he runs away to try to meet his father, learning to fly in the process. His father turns out to be Prancer. Thrasher is a top-secret, oversized reindeer introduced in the Disney TV special Prep and Landing. He leads the titular Prep and Landing team of elves in a sleigh ahead of Santa Claus' main sled and as Dasher's second cousin. See also, Folklore, Christmas Mountains. References. Further reading, Puckett, Catherine and Landis, Ben. The Other 364 Days of the Year, The Real Lives of Wild Reindeer Categories, Biology and Ecosystems. U.S. Geological Survey.